There is a fundamental rule that governs the architecture of our cosmos. The universe is expanding. In every direction we look, galaxies are retreating from us, carried away by the stretching of space-time itself. This is the Hubble flow, the river of time flowing outward from the Big Bang. But there is a glitch in the data. When we analyze the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe, we find a distortion that shouldn't exist. One hemisphere of the sky is slightly hotter than the other. This Doppler shift reveals a terrifying truth. We are not just expanding with the universe, we are moving through it. Our entire galaxy, along with our neighbor Andromeda and the local group, is being dragged through space at a staggering 600 kilometers per second. That is 1.3 million miles per hour, a speed so intense it defies the calm expansion predicted by standard cosmology. We are careening towards a specific point in the southern sky, caught in the grip of a gravitational titan we cannot see. This motion is what astronomers call a peculiar velocity, a deviation from the cosmic norm. To generate the pull this massive, capable of hauling billions of stars across the void at such breakneck speeds, there must be a concentration of mass equivalent to tens of thousands of galaxies. For decades, astronomers pointed their telescopes towards this source of this pull, desperate to identify the monster reeling us in. They found nothing. The region of space dragging us to our doom appeared suspiciously empty. It wasn't a void, but a blind spot. By a cruel twist of cosmic geometry, the object pulling us lies directly behind the thickest part of our own Milky Way. The gas, dust, and stars of our galactic disk create an impenetrable wall known as the Zone of Avoidance. This region blocks visible light, hiding nearly 20% of the observable universe from our view. It is a ghost in the machine of reality. We can feel its gravity warping our path, but we cannot look it in the eye. This invisible behemoth was named the Great Attractor. Early maps of the universe showed the galaxies in our neighborhood streaming towards it like water flowing down a drain. But the math didn't add up.
The Great Attractor was strong, but calculations suggested it wasn't massive enough to account for the sheer velocity at which we are traveling. It was as if we were falling off a cliff, but the ground below wasn't deep enough to explain the fall. The Zone of Avoidance became a taunt, a curtain concealing the true scale of the structure dominating our local universe. We were left with a disturbing realization. The monster we knew about was likely just the tip of the iceberg, a localized density peak masking something far larger, far denser, and far more terrifying waiting in the dark. We are not merely drifting, we are being hunted by gravity itself.
Building on that spectral glitch in the cosmic background, astronomers realized that visible light would never penetrate the Zone of Avoidance. To see the monster, they had to abandon human sight and turn to radio waves and X-rays, which can slice through the dust of the Milky Way. What they found when they finally peered behind the curtain redefined our place in the universe. We are not isolated. We are not falling towards a simple cluster. We are suspended in the currents of a gravitational superstructure so vast it defies easy comprehension. In 2014, a team of scientists mapped the velocities of 8,000 galaxies, tracing their movements not by where they were, but by where they were flowing. The result was a map of gravitational watersheds, similar to how water on Earth flows into distinct river basins. They discovered that our Milky Way is just a speck on the outskirts of a titanic supercluster of galaxies spanning 520 million light-years. They named it Laniakea, Hawaiian for immeasurable heaven. In this new map, the Great Attractor was revealed to be the gravitational valley at the center of this basin, the focal point where the celestial rivers converge. But as our instruments grew more precise, a deeper, more unsettling truth emerged. Even Laniakea is moving. The flow doesn't stop at the Great Attractor. The entire Laniakea structure, with us inside it, is being hauled towards an even larger concentration of mass, 650 million light-years away, the Shapley Supercluster. This is the Russian nesting doll of cosmic doom. We are falling into the Great Attractor, which is falling into Laniakea, which is falling into Shapley. It is a cascade of giants. However, the tragedy of this cosmic journey is that we will never reach our destination. While gravity works tirelessly to pull these structures together, it is fighting a losing war. Dark energy, the mysterious force accelerating the expansion of the universe, is stretching the space between us and the Shapley Supercluster faster than we can fall towards it. We are racing at 1.3 million miles per hour towards a finish line that is receding at light speed. The structures we see today, the Great Attractor, the glowing filaments of Laniakea, are the last great assemblies of matter before the universe stretches them beyond the horizon. We are caught in a trap where the walls are moving away faster than we can run. In the deep future, the flow will stop. The superclusters will be torn apart, and our galaxy will be left floating in a void, isolated from the very monsters that once tried to consume it.